everybody hates disco. Why is that? Can you regale us with why everybody hates disco?
Okay, well, short answer. Do you know anyone who likes disco?
Do you
Because,
remember
like,
the last time you've heard disco?
literally, no. Nobody wants to listen to disco. I worked with this girl named Ashley one time, and she was like the weirdest like person I have ever met. She was like a horse girl, but not into horses, but just like into other random things like that. And one of those things was disco. Like she was like adamant about listening to disco because we had like
Wait. Was she a horse? She was a horse girl, but she wasn't into horses? What?
okay, well you know what a horse girl is, right?
I thought I did, but maybe not anymore. Go ahead.
Well, it's like those girls that are just like obsessed with horses and they have like horse posters all over their rooms and like they like have really long hair and they typically look kind of frumpy and they're most definitely always homeschoolers.
Okay, you could. Oh wait, we're both homeschooled. Never mind. I was about to get party, and I'm like,
Well,
oh wait a minute.
well, yeah, I went to high school, but I went to like private school, so that's like a bit in a gray area.
Nah,
That's
see,
like
here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Real quick, I'm gonna come out. I'm out of the closet real quick. I am absolutely homeschooled, 100% homeschooled. I was homeschooled for elementary, middle school, blah 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 blah, high school included. Private school is not like a middle ground between homeschool and public schooling. It's like its own thing. You know what I mean?
it's definitely not public school and it's definitely not homeschool. Like there is definitely homeschoolers in private school as well. Like you can go to private school, but you can still be homeschooler because there's like you were homeschooled, but you're not homeschooler. If you get my drift.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I don't wear long jean skirts and wear a bonnet.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That's a horse girl. Anyways, this girl Ashley, she was like well, okay, to preface the story, we had at the store that I worked at, we had it was like song night Friday or something corny like that, where the closing shift would everyone on the shift would pick out one song and then add it to a playlist, and we would listen to that as we closed the store.
Right.
And she would always be like, "Man, this would be so much better if we had some disco on." And I was like, nobody wants to listen to that. Why would you do that? Which, like, thank God she never actually picked out disco songs for us to listen to, because everybody, like, yeah, I don't think anybody would have appreciated that. But again, I don't know why she like didn't if she was so obsessed with it, but it was just something that like boggled my mind. Like, why would you ever want to listen to disco? Like, I don't even listen. Like, I can't remember the last time I heard disco, and like right now I can't remember what disco sounds like. It's one of those things like polka. Like, you know what it is, and like you just like when it's on, you're like, okay, so this is here, but you never actually like, I'm in the mood for some polka right now. You know, like it's on when you go to like
I
go
don't
to
know, man. I
get
think disco's gonna make a
Mexican.
comeback. To be honest with you, I mean, like,
Seriously?
I think so because, like, look at the repetition in music and how things come in phases, fade away, get made fun of, and then come back.
True, true.
Everybody in
Like
the '80s hated 80s music. You know what kind of music people like nowadays? '80s music.
80s. Also,
So,
I hate those people that are like, I was born in the wrong era. Like, no, just because you like old music doesn't mean you were born in the wrong era. It just means you like old music, you freaking weirdo.
yeah, I was gonna say it's just like the idea of that just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't compute because if you really think that the '80s is like what it is in TV, is like what it is in TV shows, right? It's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No.
No one was actually that peppy about everything all of the time. Like that's not how that was. Like everyone, I think, just thinks the '80s was just like happier.
I'd like to think it's like Karate Kid. If you've ever seen the original Karate Kid, I like to think that like the 70s and 80s and 90s was like that, but yeah, it's just a lot of like Coke bottle glasses and like cathode ray tube monitors and like shitty dial-up internet.
Why is that the stuff you used to describe the 80s? Normally, I'd go with like the clothing or the music style, and I guess dial-up internet for sure. But like, yeah, we that's the interesting thing too. Actually, me and a friend were talking about that yesterday about just like how clothing has evolved. Like how
Yeah, like
we're at a point now because of the internet where we can document everything so finely and we can all collectively recognize things so easily that there's these like older ideas that just like come back. Basically everything gets like remade and remodeled, and that was never a thing before because like there weren't people that were mass producing things. So the mass production of everything right now and also the internet makes it so we all have this kind of shared collective memory, stuff like everybody remembering or at least knowing what a TV show was like wasn't really a thing. But now
yeah.
we have all these quizzes like only 90s kids would know this, only 2000s kids would know this, blah, 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 blah.
But it's all bullshit that everybody knows about. Like, only 90s kids remember Discmans. Like, everybody's seen a Discman. Like, if you've seen Napoleon Dynamite, you know what a Discman is. Also, if you haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite, you're too young.
Okay, I saw it a long time ago. I don't really remember it that great. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
But the thing is that you have seen it.
Yeah.
And that's what's important.